Alright, today's hike brings us to somewhere I've never been before. The Hoosac Range in North Adams, Massachusetts. At least this part of it. We are gonna at least go to Sunset Rock, which hopefully has a good viewpoint. 1 mile from the trailhead with 250 feet of elevation gain. There's a hill that I'd like to go to, but it's an additional 2 miles away. But I don't think it has that much elevation gain. So let's get to Sunset Rock and see where it goes from there. Alright, so far the trail's actually really nice. Very well packed out, so I can get by in microspikes. Pretty gentle too, it kind of just zigzags. Really hope I can get to Spruce Hill, I think it's called. If not, whatever. Reached the first major trail junction of the day. Parking is 0.5 miles that way. Sunset Rock is 0.3 miles that way. So, this is the way we're gonna go. I believe either way will get us to Sunset Rock. Just feeling a little adventurous. So, if something interesting comes up, meet you at the top of Sunset Rock. Wow. Take a look at this view. Definitely one of the better mountain views in Massachusetts. Now there, I believe, is the town of Adams. Right over there, those towers are a little below those where we parked. Man, I'm tearing up this thing. I kind of got it since it gets dark in 3.5 hours. Probably less than that. So, overall, pretty awesome mountain view for Massachusetts and anywhere really. So, we could take a water break here, then we'll meet you farther to the hill. Alright, apparently we've come 0.8 miles and it's leaving the parking lot. Either that way or that way leads to it. But for now, we're gonna gun for Spruce Hill. I think that's the name. And then we lunch there and we'll turn back. Head back to the lot. I'll meet you as we get closer to it. You know, this is actually some really nice ridge walking. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised with how nice and scenic western Massachusetts is. And this is actually, so far, a good hike for families, especially just to Sunset Rock. Trail is actually rather easy graded, so it won't be difficult for the kiddos to be out of shape. Alright, we're coming up to some neat ice-strewn cliffs. Just awesome. Holy icicles, Batman. Kind of reminds me of Crow Hills in Leominster. The cliffs, that is. Right. We've officially reached the halfway point. Spruce Hill, 1.4 miles this way. Let's do it. Let's summit this thing. If I don't get there by 3 p.m. though, I'm turning back. Although with my fast pace I'm keeping right now, I'm hoping I can make it there well before that, so I can actually enjoy the summit. Methinks we're starting to really begin to climb up to Spruce Hill. If that's the case, I'll catch you as I get farther up it. Duck under. Yeah, I should add that past the halfway to the summit sign, the trail is in really poor shape. There are blowdowns everywhere. Just a ton of debris. I hope the summit result makes up for it. Oh, here's that power line that I read about in the trail description of the trailhead that we have to cross under. And over there is the highest point in Massachusetts, Mount Greylock. I originally wanted to hike that, but I don't think I had enough time. Plus, the steepness of the Thunderbolt Trail might slow me down. This is longer than the Thunderbolt Trail route, but with much less elevation gain. So I figure I can complete it quicker and not die. Alright, I'm hoping the trail gets a little easier to follow. Because right now we're currently following a snowmobile corridor. And I'm loving not having to dodge duck unders, widowmakers, and the like. So, unless something interesting comes up. Oh wait, something interesting is coming up. To shorten up the clips, I'll meet you when you get to it, which is right over there. Wow, what an incredible view. The Massachusetts and I think the New York Taconics, I'm not sure, just spread out all around us. There's Greylock again, and the summit of Spruce Hill should be just up that way. Man, it's going to be hard to beat this as a summit result. Alright, probably going to take one last water break, then I'll meet you at the summit proper. By the way, as soon as I poked around a little bit, after leaving where the snowshoe marks ended, I picked up some more footprints right over there. And they led to a pre-summit view of that little knob out there that we crossed going up. I wonder, is Spruce Hill lower than that? Or did they even bother making it an attraction? Because it actually has a view on like that. Either way, we'll find out in a few minutes. Alright, we've officially come 2.7 miles from Route 2. So that means the summit of Spruce Hill should be just up here. And let's go to it. Still just amazing views. Yeah, there's a viewpoint back there. Want to make sure we hit the true summit first. We made it. Welcome to the summit of Spruce Hill, near the town of Adams, Massachusetts. For a hill, this doesn't seem very much like a hill-like summit. Actually, kind of reminds me of Mount Moriah summit, because there's rocky outcropping right here, and then it just goes flat that way. Mount Moriah is older than the Hampshire 4,000 footers, by the way. And some neat ridge walking. Never thought I'd find anything like it in Massachusetts. But unfortunately, the amount of debris and blowdown on the second half of this hike kind of took away from it. But whatever, I'm here. I know it's 2.8 miles to this point. I don't know what the elevation of this hill is because it didn't list it. Nor do I know what the elevation of the trailhead is. I'll include all that in the credits or in the subtitle in this clip. Over there's the town of Adams, Mass. Here, kind of high up. Over there's Greylock again. Just a great way to spend an afternoon. Oh yeah, and I got here in almost an hour flat. So not too shabby. So, I'm going to take a little bit of a breather. And then I'll meet you back at the trailhead, assuming nothing interesting happens. We're back at the trailhead off Massachusetts Route 2. Overall, this is a good, but kind of rough at the same time hike. The first half was pretty well trodden, easy to follow, not much in the way of debris. The view from Sunset Rock is nice too. But past the halfway point, the trail got pretty rough. There was a much lighter track, and there was a lot of debris and blowdowns all over the place, which kind of made roof finding a little tricky. If it was completely unbroken, roof finding would be even more difficult. So round trip distance was 5.6 miles. Don't know the elevation gain. or unfortunately the elevation of Spruce Hill, but I'll look into that when I get home and include it in the video. So, from the Hoosac Range trailhead, I will see you on my next adventure.